What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology Ra enjoying action. Spawning at the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Ra. His name is the Rapl. His opponent today, in the red color, playing as Thor. His name is Batu. Both of these guys going for something a little bit off meta here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a bit of a Thor shenanigans and a bit of a Ra shenanigans on the map Highland. Absolutely wild. What are we going to see here? I do not know. But it's going to be a lot of fun, that's for sure. Right now we are seeing Rapl dropping the dock over on this spot. Generally speaking, I'm a much bigger fan of dropping my dock in the shallows than I am dropping it on the side here. Reason being is if I got my dock here, I'm kind of cutting off all of this from my opponent. Obviously, my opponent could drop a dock over here as well, but it seems like it's fairly unlikely. If I put a dock on this side, I have to walk all the way over here. And the other thing is, there's just a lot of fish in these shallows. So for those of you wanting to kind of get better on the map Highland, I definitely would recommend giving that a go. But let's talk about what's happening here, because we've got some interesting builds. We've got some interesting matchup. Ra versus Thor. Why pick Ra? Why pick Thor on this matchup, on this map? Let's go through it. Well, Ra does get an economic boost to kick the game off. So Ra can go ahead and use that Pharaoh and empower food, while the priest empowers wood. Beyond that, you can go for a really, really big fish boom on this map to kind of combat some of the more aggressive strategies. In terms of fish that's on the map, there's 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 25, 28. So there's 14 fish a player, right? I think, if I calculated that correctly. There's 14 fish a player, which probably would say that doing a 12 fishing ship build order, which is a fairly standard build order from back in the day, would be not a terrible idea. You can drop like 3-4 docks down as the Ra player, play really defensively, and enjoy that extra fishing ship economy over your opponent who might only go for 9 fishing ships, or maybe only go for 9 fishing ships and 2 docks, and those sorts of things. So we'll see what Rapl's going to be going for. Batu, on the other hand, why pick Thor here? Well, Thor doesn't actually have, just like Ra, Thor doesn't have any sort of water offensive god powers. But what Thor does have is this Dwarven Gold Mine. And this allows you to get a really big boom going off at the start. Really good advance time, and we are going to be seeing that. So it's going to be a 4-minute advance time. So your plan here with Thor is probably going to be to rush on the water very, very hard. There's probably another idea of going for a fast heroic here to get yourself your Kraken out and try and kill your opponent on water with that while also doing something else. But that's something else. I'm not exactly sure what that would be. I mean, maybe one other idea would be fast. Excuse me. One other idea could be fast second town center, which could be a good idea. Idea being that you want to get a huge boom going on in the land. Your opponent's going to be fighting you on the water or not. So you're kind of fine. They're not going to pressure you that much. And go from there. So what we're seeing right now is this is looking very much like a fast second town center from Batu. Over here on the top of the map, we see Rapl. He's putting a lot of villagers over onto the gold at the moment, plus getting himself that monument to the villagers. So it's a little bit of a random build order here from Rapl, but it does look to me like he's going for some sort of fast second town center. But he has missed his pickaxe, and the Valkyrie will be able to pop over here and get some good value. Meanwhile, in the center of the map, we do see a lot of docks getting placed down. Rapl putting these docks in the middle, but the Valkyrie is on the prowl right now, and that's going to be a dead villager. Oh, that's going to be a dead villager. Oh, never mind. That's not going to be a dead villager. That's going to be a harassed fishing ship. So Rapl kind of gets away with it there. I think Batu really should have picked that villager off. That's huge. But he's going to be dropping his own second town center. And if we take a look over here for Rapl, he's a little bit short on his town center here. But one thing that I think might be a little bit better than a fast second town center for Ra here would be a fast mythic age sort of strategy on this map. You get a whole bunch of fun things for that. As we do see a Wadget coming in. This Wadget is very, very dangerously placed. I don't think the Wadget has any chance against the Valkyrie. 3x versus myth units. Are we seeing a priest coming in? No, a villager's walking forward. So the Valkyrie is just going to chase this one down. That's a dead Wadget. This is not how you want to use a Wadget. Unlucky here for Rapl. He's going to turn around, get a little bit of damage done, but he's going to be losing that Wadget as we see another villager making its way forward. And that could be, if Batu is paying attention there, that could be another villager kill. But the dock is most likely going to be getting up here 9 seconds away. Valkyrie comes in. Villager going to get harassed. And the dock does get finished up here. So going to be losing the villager, but he gets his dock. I don't know if this is worth it or not, but nonetheless, Rapl goes for it. Rapple's still not going for that second town center just yet. Oh, never mind. He's getting it on the front. I told a lie. But Batu, this is a really, really good boom right here from him. He's already got his second town center up before the Ra player. We're starting to see some ships coming out here, but honestly, if I'm playing this position as Batu, I just say have the water, and I just go for the biggest boom I possibly can. As soon as I start seeing archer ships coming out, I'm thinking third town center. Because it's like 6 minutes in, and you're only now putting up cabinet. There's only two real possibilities here for the Ra. It's either second town center or fast heroic, if he's that late on getting those ships out. So I would just go for a third town center here. But the other option is just to rush heroic age, which is what we are seeing coming through here, I think, from Batu. He doesn't yet have himself a little bit of unfortunate villager pathing. He doesn't yet have himself the armory. But yeah, I don't see the armory yet, but he's definitely going to be wanting to go there fairly soon as the Valkyrie just checking everything out. We'll be seeing a cheeky little dragon ship as the wall's going to be coming in. And I mean, I have to say I like Batu's position right now, but it's all going to come down to the next part of the game. Oh, and we do see that third town center. So Batu sees second town center against third town center. No worries. Meanwhile, Rapl here, he's got himself that Shadoof upgrade. So how many farms he's actually got up? 11? 13 farms here with the first reign. Not bad. Not a bad amount of farms. He's going to have a lot of food economy. He's going to be able to hit that heroic age really, really soon. But so too is Batu, as we do see a... Oh, no, that's a longhouse. I want to see that armory because I think heroic age here is going to be really, really strong. There we go. Armory coming in. And you could also get those armory upgrades and put them straight onto this gold mine. It's definitely not a terrible idea to put your armory right next to like a second gold mine if you're not going for the early armory strats. As a town center going to come up. And where to next is the big question. So if you're playing this as the Thor player, you probably got in the back of your mind that Ra is going to be a little bit scary in the late game. But so long as you stay far enough ahead on villages, which we are seeing right now, you're going to be completely fine. You just need to make sure you get all of the military buildings down. This is super, super important here for Batu, as you do see the armory coming up. A whole bunch of barracks, a whole bunch of great halls, and you're good to go. As we see, Bragi is the god of choice. Not going for that Skadi. A little bit of a risk here, but he knows that he's not going to be in too much of a problem. But Sekhmet is the god of choice for Rapl. What does Sekhmet unlock that's really good? Well, Slings of the Sun is pretty crazy. What does Slings of the Sun do? It gives your slingers a bonus against infantry, which basically makes it so that you can't really go infantry against those slingers. Maybe with the exception of the Huskar. So if you go for something like camelry slingers, ooh. Alternatively, you could also go for those chariot archers as well. Dino, also saying that Thor is good in the late game. That's true. Thor does have some advantages in the late game with those bonus armory upgrades. But I think I would, if I was to take a pure late game thing, I'd probably take the Ra's position most of the time. But the fact of the matter is right now, Rapple's one town center, and he has no idea what Batu's doing. No idea. So Rapple's going to be very, very surprised very, very shortly as the Kraken comes out. That's going to be a big help here to take out that ramming galley, as we also see a hill fort getting dropped. I love this play here from Batu. This is so smart. Hill fort right in the center where all the docks are. He's going to be able to claim this position, take out all those docks, and have a great game. We see two Migdols getting thrown up on the front here for Rapl. I'd love to either see a priest come down and empower this, or a monument here to get full empowerment going on to this forward position here. But for now here, Rapl is going to lose all these docks. He's going to be trying to make himself some dudes out to push back, but Batu's economy is absolutely stonking right now, and I think that he knows he's in a good position. I think he knows. So he doesn't have to push just yet. He just has to get himself to full population, get all his upgrades up, and then push. Whenever you're like this far in front from an economic standpoint, just get all your technologies, spend it all, and then fight. There's no sense in just pushing. But one thing that here I love to see Batu doing is getting a wall up on this side. Because he's got this position on lock with the hill fort. But on the bottom side of the map, these dwarves are pretty open to getting raided and a whole bunch of other stuff. Meanwhile, what are we seeing here for Rapl? He's going for camel riders. But Batu is making a whole bunch of berserkers. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, one thing here that whenever I go for like a boomy play with Norse, one way that I always lose is I don't build enough buildings. And one little trick you can do to kind of sort that out and not lose in those positions is just get yourself down a village or a berserk or a throw and axeman or just one infantry unit to just consistently drop buildings throughout the game. So this berserk right now could just be going longhouse, 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 great hall, and just like you just get yourself up to your 20 military buildings plus very, very consistently here. But Batu at the moment, he's just going to go Mythic Age. And he's going through tier at the moment. Okay, makes a lot of sense. Going to get a huge amount of damage done onto Rapl's economy here. Rapl is already behind on economy, so he's going to be even further behind as we see another hill fort coming up on the front. Still no raids here from Rapl as he's finally going to be grabbing that second town center. And this is looking very, very good for Batu. He is playing this one incredibly smart. Are we seeing some axemen? Yes, we are. So that's going to be medium axemen coming through. This is very smart for Rapl. He's kind of preparing for Rag, but it's not coming. But he's not only preparing for Rag, he's also preparing for mass infantry to come through. And we're seeing Osiris. Plus, Rapple's got himself 3 monuments out, which should mean mummies. And mummies, son of Osiris, that's a challenging thing to kill for a Norse player. But he's got flaming weapons. He's also got Forest Fire to kind of open up a position if something happens like that. And that Thimble Winter is going to be a big, big problem. The big thing is here, what I would really like to see from Batu, don't attack into the Son of Osiris, just get Ballaster out. If you get Ballaster out, you can start sniping that Son of Osiris from far. Plus, you're going to be able to push on your opponent without any problems here. This is kind of a very, very standard way to play Norse on the Titans. I haven't seen it yet on Retold, but get yourself up a couple more hill forts and then you're going to be golden here. But look at the macro right now from Batu. Really, really nice. We are seeing the wood getting stockpiled here for Rapl to pump out all of those mummies. Probably not a terrible idea to just drop a second temple here as we see double siege works coming through. But yeah, a second temple to pump out those mummies wouldn't be a terrible idea here for Rapl. But Rapl is only at 96 population. Batu, he's at 189, 190 population. He's so insanely far in front right now. But the question is he going to be able to break through or not? He still has to deal with Axemen coming out as we do have Champion Axemen queued up. The Axemen are going to start popping out as we are going to be seeing a barracks coming through. Citadel getting put up onto that position there as well. Osiris just about to hit, but Flaming Weapons getting dropped down. Thimble Winter coming through as Batu says it's go time here, ladies and gentlemen. We're also seeing Call of Valhalla coming through. This technology is gigantic. It gives you so much favor as the Berserks are going to clean up both of those Migdols here. Citadel Center on the back. You're going to be attempting to hold onto this position as well as the Berserks just clean everything here. Rapl is dropping down villages very, very quickly. Citadel here, this isn't going to be doing anything. In the middle, he's got an entire economy idle. Over here, his entire economy is idle. He's getting 0 resources at the moment. Lots and lots of action are queued up, but this is not going to be enough. Even if you've got counter units, you're at 70 population. Citadel Center going to be getting absolutely brutalized here as well. Pharaoh inside of this one, that's going to get taken down incredibly quickly as well, as we do see the Son of Osiris coming through. That's going to start getting some big damage onto this one. He can do some garrison micro shenanigans here. It's exactly what he's going to be attempting to do. But once the Citadel falls, that Son of Osiris is not going to be all too useful here. But great micro, or great repair micro here from Rapl. But we see a Ballaster coming through, and this Ballaster here, this does damage now. It's not doing damage at all. As the Citadel Center here trying to get kept alive. Those villagers are repairing very, very nicely, but it looks to me as if with this next Ballaster to come through, the town center does live, and Batu, he needs to retreat back. He's going to be getting himself that Berserker Gang technology as well to help out his Berserks. But a very, very clutch hold there from Rapl. I think if Batu potentially made some battering rams here, it would have been a very, very different story for that Citadel center, but he's not quite able to. He has to pull back, and now Rapl gets to continue along. Meanwhile, in the center of the map, I missed it, but as Scarab comes through, kills the town center, so Rapl finds some value after all is said and done, but Champion Berserks to get the town center back up. That was very, very nice there from Rapl. Apologies for missing that one, Rapl. You're very good at the game. Now we see this this bad boy. This unit right here is... I don't want to say it's a joke, but it's a bit of a joke. It's got 60 damage, 40 pierce per second, and 1200 HP. And it costs 150 food. No, 200 food. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, we've got the Baluster up. And the Baluster, if you guys don't know, this does so much damage here. Did I turn something off in my game? Why am I not seeing the... Did they change it? I'm not seeing the attack rate on these units. Anyways, the Baluster do 35.2 pierce damage a second. It's absolutely insane. Look at that damage onto the Son of Osiris here, as the units will be pushing forward, but losing all these Berserks right now will mean minions are going to be spawning, so he's got to be a little bit careful about this one, as Rapl going to be pulling back. He keeps his Son of Osiris alive, but it's taken a lot of damage. Batu, he is playing this one very, very nicely. Kind of overcommitted just a little bit against the Son of Osiris onto the Citadel Center, but he's still alive and well right now. Huge advantage. Look at the armory upgrades for him as well. He's got full bronze compared over to Rapl. I don't think he's got... Oh, there's one unit there. He doesn't have a single armory upgrade. He's got a unique upgrade for his axeman, but not a single armory upgrade behind it. Whilst these Baluster here, they're actually good against the mummies at the moment. As the mummies, they've... I swear I'm missing something. Why can't I see the stats on the units? Where did my stats go? Did I hit a button? Guys, chat, help me out. As the Baluster will be able to siege down those units from range. This is going very, very... Click the graph underneath the eye. The graph button underneath the eye. Ah, there we go. That's much better. Thank you, Loggy. All right. Baluster can now start... Well, not only killing off the monuments of the priest, but with 30 range, this Son of Osiris will get picked off really quickly, but Batu here needs to be actually targeting that Son of Osiris, otherwise it's kind of pointless, as we are seeing some mercenary cavalry coming through here. AoM and Elba needs to be helping out on this fight as well, as those Baluster now going to be targeting down the Son of Osiris as he gets cleaned up. No more Son of Osiris, no more easy defenses here for the Rapl. He's only got 17 favor in the bank, so he can't get another Son of Osiris for quite some time. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map here, Batu's got 83 favor, and those Berserks, every single one of those that dies is 1 favor, so he gets so much. And look at this, he's going for Fenris, Wolf Broods. I love that. Where are they is the big question. Is it just one? Okay, he's only got the one out for the time being. Doesn't have a whole lot of food income with that many villages on wood, but he can definitely throw down a whole bunch of farms right now if he so chooses, as the Citadel Center is now going to be getting targeted down. We've also got the heavy Balusters through Siege Engineering is the technology there for those of you playing at home. But Citadel Center under a lot of pressure here. Rapl, 160 population, just trying to get up to population a bit. Whenever those units get close, the Baluster can just start getting a huge amount of damage done. Oh man, that AoM and Elva is not helping out in this fight at all. But Throw and Axe are also going to be able to clean up all of those action here. The one unit that I think Rapl should actually be making here is, funnily enough, Slingers. Making Slingers to kill off the champion, Thor and Axe. Camel Riders to rush in and kill off those Baluster, and get Slings of the Sun to deal with everything else. As Rapl, yeah, he's in a very, very trying position. He needs to get something happening over the other side. The big weakness of this Baluster composition is its mobility. You have 0 mobility with the Balusters. They've only got themselves 2.4 speed. So when you are facing this, you've got to get elsewhere on the map. Put up a Migdol over here. Put pressure onto this town center over here. And just get everything happening as fast as possible. I'm still surprised to see Batu just like not putting farms down. Is he building villages? He's just building nothing but dwarves. Okay, or is he at full? He's at full villages at the moment. He's at 103 villages. Does he have a market? He's also got a market up there to start that as well. As the Camel Riders do push through. And Batu going to continue spamming out units. Got a lot of Huskarls queued up. at the moment. We see a forward hill fort attempting to come through. As Rapl, he's able to keep this town center up. The secret here is always target down the hero with some units here. You can't actually, unlike in the times where one shot will idle the unit, it doesn't happen anymore. So you actually have to put a little bit more effort in. The Ballista, they're really good. And you see that damage coming through as the priest will get cleaned up. There he goes. Does get, no, never mind. He misclicks. There we go. Priest is down, and now the town center can start getting sieged yet again. As Batu is at 205, 235 population, and he's just going to continue to hold this position. Double hill forts up on the front here as well, as the Axemen are going to be coming back in here. I'd love to see some battle ball here, in all honesty, from Batu. One thing in Age of Mythology Retold is as you advance through the ages, the myth units from before get a little bit stronger. And having some battle ball on the front here just to fling units off of the front of these Ballista would be really, really strong. As what else can Rapl do? He's got nothing remaining. He's not pushing over on this side. He's just trying to defend. Town center about to be finished up here. As the village is getting cleaned up, Town Center's got 500 HP remaining, and now it will be falling as Rapl is having a very troubled time right now, as we also see another Dwarven Mine. Look at how fast these Dwarves gather. 1.75 gold per second. Let's have a quick look over here. What are these guys at?
Rig.
You want to tell me? 1.12? Are you kidding? That's not even, that's ridiculous. That's a crazy amount. And not only that, when you're playing as Thor, I guess the second Thor Dwarven Mine is 135 gold. But you can, if you save that first Dwarven Mine to the Mythic Age somehow, then you can also put a second one down at 60, and you get yourself an extra 12,000 gold mineable over your opponent, so you don't have to start that trade route for a significant time longer. But Town Center coming up. Rapl going to be attempting to figure out some way to bring himself back into this game. He's going to be dropping a whole bunch of barracks in his main base here. That's the third mine? Was it? Was that the third mine? Are you kidding me? Never mind. Apparently you can get yourself a boatload of gold. Batu is unlocked Thor. When I said Thor was sleeper overpowered, I guess I was right. This Thor is doing some absolute work in this game as the ballast is slowly starting to move forward. 60, 110, 135. That's insane. Now, one counter here for Rapl that he's not really thinking about is Catapult. Catapult, they've got a huge amount of range themselves, and they one-hit, basically, a Ballista. But in that moment, Rapl taps out, and Batu gets the dub against the semi-finalist of Red Bull Wallaloo here. Now, he did pick Ra on this map. He did play against a god that he probably wasn't used to playing against. This Thor, this is the first time I've seen Thor in Highland, and I absolutely love the strategy here. Fast second town center, just build one dock, don't care about it in the slightest, and then you find the win. Super strong play here from Batu. I absolutely loved it. Look at how many barracks he's got as well. He's got himself 7 barracks on the back. The only thing I would have liked more is you see this 2,000 wood. That just needs to be 20 more longhouses. And that's it. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.